Okay, so we have an epidemic today that is sweeping the nation, and we are changing plastic straws into paper straws in order to save the turtles. Because a video a couple years came out that had a turtle who had a straw pushed all the way up its nose, and a couple fishermen had to pull it out. There have been a couple known cases of turtles choking on straws, and so it has made people very radical and wanting to alleviate this issue. But what is switching to paper straws is actually causing more devastation rather than alleviating it. Personally, I work for Disney, and all of the restaurants have switched to paper straws. I know that paper straws aren't recyclable, and there are a couple solutions that could fix this problem. Most of the beaches around us in Florida have switched to paper straws as well in order to help save the turtles. There's an article that I was reading by MCR TV that states that McDonald's also tried to switch over to paper straws. They even thickened the straws so it wouldn't dissolve in your drink, but that just made them non-recyclable. Another article by Paper versus Plastic actually states that you can't recycle food contaminated items, and paper straws just sit in your drink and soak up all that liquid, so that falls under the line of food contamination. Now, since I work in a restaurant, I personally know that there are no separate places for you to recycle things. So we don't take straws and put them in a recycling bin or paper or any of that. We kind of just all throw it in the trash. So, and we switched to paper straws in order to recycle, but we don't have the means to do that at this point. We don't have the time to sit there and sort through our trash. So it just all ends up going to the landfill anyway. At work, we have even tried to use the paper straws, and they have ended up just dissolving in our drinks. And instead of going through one plastic straw a day for a hostess, we go through 2 to 3 an hour with paper straws because they dissolve and break and bend in our drinks, along with causing a disgusting aftertaste. It turns out that making paper products actually causes 4 times more energy waste than making plastic products. So are we actually fixing this problem, or is it just evening out with the pollution that is being given? My personal solution to this problem is refuse and reuse. Let's say you go into a restaurant and you get handed a straw. Just tell them that you don't want it, or purchase your own straw off the internet. My family has actually switched to their own metal straws and even their own cups. Now, not everybody can do this, but a metal straw costs $5 to $10 depending on where you buy it, and it's not that hard to just throw it in your purse and get going if you actually need a straw. If you don't find a way to fix this problem, animals can die, turtles choke on this. If turtles choke on this, who knows what else chokes and dies from this. It's not that hard to just kind of think about what you're doing whenever you're around or out. Paper straws, actually, you have to cut down trees to make them. And what happens if we're cutting down trees to make these paper straws, and trees make our oxygen so that we can breathe. If we don't have oxygen to breathe, then we die. So saving the turtles, is it really worth letting the rest of us die on this planet? In conclusion, basically, I want you guys to think about the waste that you guys leave behind every day? How do you affect the planet? How does this situation affect you? No, paper straws or plastic straws do not affect your everyday life at this point, other than it dissolving in your mouth and your drink doesn't taste very well at the point. But in a couple years, it could build up. And we need to start thinking about the future now. We need to start thinking about how this doesn't just affect us, this affects our children and our grandchildren. And pets. Like, I know that pets for us are like kids, so think about that straw actually hurting your dog. Not some turtle that you can't see, but your household, basically your other baby. I want you guys to think of ideas that could help with this. How your children could help with this, volunteering to help clean beaches maybe. So I hope that you guys learned a lot from this presentation and go forth and conquer the world.